The ultimate 24-hour dream. Here it is. Hey, babe. What's up, mama? You was chilling? You was chilling? Yeah, babe. What's up? Get on my rest order, shit.
Most people struggle their whole life to find out who they are. Struggle their whole life to find out what defines them, what they actually enjoy and what they don't.
You start putting yourself in situations that suck, you'll find yourself.
For me, I was more miserable trying to make everyone else happy than I am now with everyone else unhappy with me. And so I think, like, from the social group I had before I quit my job, before going all the way like ground zero to today, I talked to no one from that time in my life compared to today. And I was absolutely miserable and unhappy and unfulfilled. And I would say that the majority of those people probably don't like me today because I changed. I didn't do what I was supposed to do.
There is no excuse for not living up to your fullest potential. No excuse. You got to be careful when you got talent, because sooner or later, if you're not careful, you can become a victim of your own talent. And when you become a victim of your own talent, you don't value the small things anymore. And at a certain point in the early years, the small things were the foundation. And it's the thing that got you to the point that you are at now.
If I'm running on a treadmill and I get to mile 9 and I get complete cramp in one of my legs, and I know I've told myself I'm going to run 10 kilometers today, he goes, I will have to limp the last mile, even if no one's watching, because I can't let the demons in. And if I let the demons in, they'll show up in the 11th round of a championship fight when there's 50,000 people watching me in the audience. And I know deep in my self-story that I'm the type of person that quits when things get hard because I got off that treadmill at mile 9 when no one was watching. It would modify my self-story. The commitments we keep to ourselves and what we do when no one's watching is the most persuasive evidence that governs everything we then do every day thereafter. And this is, for me, it was a huge revelation in my life because, you know, you can look at certain people in your lives that are struggling in certain situations, and oftentimes it's a result of continually unkept commitments to themselves.
I'd say one of the strongest mental frames that has gotten me through my hardest times is thinking this will be the story that I will one day tell. And that means the harder it is, the bigger the dragon, the more epic the story, and by consequence, the more epic the hero. And if you think about the difference between winners and losers, winners define themselves by what they made happen, and losers define themselves by what happened to them. And the difficult part of the lonely chapter is that the Rocky cutscene lasts 90 seconds in the movie and lasts 5 years in reality.
Just hold on to that dream when it doesn't make sense to anybody, including you sometimes. Just hold on. But it calls on everything in you. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself. Sometimes I have to pull myself out of bed and say, come on, Les. You've got to learn to stand up to yourself inside yourself and short circuit, override that conversation that's always going on. 85% of what that conversation will tell you is negative. It's negative. It will tell you you're tired when you really are not tired. It will tell you you can't do it. It will fill you with fear. So you've got to watch that conversation. And when you find it going on, you've got to stand up to it and say, I'm going to do this anyhow. I'm afraid, but I'm afraid not to do it. And I'm not going to let you stop me. It's when. When are you going to blow up? Don't worry about if. You know you can do it. You know it's within you. You know you have what it takes to get to that next level. The question is not if. The question is when. And I had to hold on. I had to persevere. I had to tell myself, you can do it. I need you to expect it. You're going to pass this thing. You have to stop accepting the reality of other people, and you got to accept your own reality. I walk in my reality. I don't walk into other people's limitation because you can't do it, because you can't see it. It don't mean it can't happen. I expect it. I expect to be phenomenal. I don't expect anything else but phenomenal.
This session was good. basically just gonna see me doing my secondary and some of my accessories and pause deadlifts with my dips. Just really just focused on everything and technique, warming up for Wednesday for my primary deadlifts, and then Saturday for my primary squat, primary bench. Just doing everything to reassure myself that week 3 be beautiful and that we lock it in, that we get it all weighed out in. Don't forget, man, sometimes you need to block out the crowd and everything else and just work in silence. So that's what this video is going to literally be about, just working in silence and putting the work in. And if you get motivated from this, don't forget to drop me a like, man, a share if you feel like it, in comment, man. I love you guys, man. Don't forget to lock in. Let's go.